got another extreme kind of weather that we associate with summertime, and I wasn't here last time, but we started a new series.
Oh yeah, your
Yes.
Vortex2, which was exciting.
Yes, been out there with the crew that's been trying to learn more about tornadoes, to go out and basically surround themselves around these tornadoes, get in the path of them, and then hopefully get out of the way before it got them, of course. And of course, when we talked to you last night at the end of part 1, the Vortex2 crew and I were approaching a supercell thunderstorm in southeastern Wyoming, and it wasn't long before things got real exciting. It's Friday, June 5th, and the entire Vortex2 crew has converged upon a single supercell thunderstorm located in Goshen County, Wyoming. It's here where the team is hoping to intercept a tornado and gather extremely valuable information. Vans like these, called mobile mesonettes, drive to the storm and get as close as they can, all the while recording vital weather information.
What we do is we drive into the storm and underneath the storm, typically kind of between, if you have a supercell, you have the forward flank and the rear flank. We would drive kind of in between those two where they connect and try to set down our instruments.
The crew is hoping to get those instruments in the path of that tornado. Now back on the road again, one of the key things storm chasers look for before a tornado is a rotating wall cloud. And guess what? We found just that. It's a lowering from the cloud base, as you can see here, and it's rotating. This is a huge red flag telling us a tornado may form at any time. And it wasn't long before a funnel cloud started to form right in front of me. At this point, I knew I needed to get ahead of the storm and try to stay out of the baseball-sized hail that this storm may produce. Well, looks like a little bit too late. But as I was trying to escape from the hail, all of a sudden, right behind me, the tornado finally formed. Incredible to watch, but I had to get out of the path since it was heading straight for me. Once I made it to a safe location, I just sat and watched. Spectacular. Out in an open field, no buildings, no people, no animals, just Mother Nature at work. And you can see the storm at its strongest with a rather wide base. It soon started to become rain-wrapped. You can see how the sheets of rain are trying to obscure the tornado. As it got closer, it started to change shape and become kind of a long, mature tornado with almost a clear color. This is where the tornado crossed the road I was on and crossed over some of the tornado pods the Vortex2 crew had set out for it. As the tornado made its way to the other side of the road, it quickly started to rope out, or in other words, dissipate. But this has been a textbook deployment for the team with a direct intercept. That translates into terabytes of new weather data. So, from what we can tell, it's been a success. But now we're hearing word that one of the Vortex2 vehicles got caught up in that grapefruit-sized hail. And I'm going to leave you hanging again there with that, because tomorrow in part 3 we show you how the team got out of that grapefruit-sized hail. It wasn't pretty what their vane looked like. I've got pictures and video of that. And we'll talk to you more about how historic this Wyoming tornado intercept was because of just the amount of data that they were able to record. Watch it tomorrow on KSPR News at 10 o'clock. Wow.
Oh my gosh, do you know how big that tornado was? It looked huge on the TV.
It was. They actually wound up rating it an EF2, and at first they rated it an F1 just based upon the damage. It snapped like a power pole, and that's how they rate them. But because the Vortex2 crew was there, had their radars there, they actually got exact wind measurements, so they could actually go back and rate it what it should have been, which was an F2.
I understand one of our vehicles took a little hit there.
It did. Right? It did. And in tomorrow's story, I'll show you what happened to our KSP vehicle.
Oh boy. All right. Thanks, Kevin.
Okay.
We'll see